Welcome back. Let us jump right back into Persona. I'm very excited to keep going, honestly. I'm very interested in keep going. Practice has just been so hard. I haven't been getting any... What do you want? You want the volleyball team? No, I'm not. Why? What's going on? Hey, isn't that, the scary guy? What? Why didn't you say so? I can't believe I talked to him. Oh, never mind. I'm in a hurry, so I've got to go. I've got to go. Then move. Go on. I dare ya. Yeah, no, this sounds being mean. I know it. Let's just keep going. Did I already talk to these idiots? I did already listen to these idiots, hence why it's all grayed out. What about you? You're the one I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm on the volleyball team. What do you want? What are those injuries? Oh, these? It happens during practice. I mean, everyone on the team's got injuries like this. Mishima, that's his name. Mishima Senpai has it especially bad though. He gets to deal with Mr. Kamoshida's special coaching. Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Mishima,
I can't do
please
it.
just stop talking to me. Ask someone else if you want to know anything more. Attention, attention. All matches have concluded. Please get ready to go home for today. Oh. Is this Ryuji? Damn it, we're out of time. How'd it go? No good. So you didn't have any luck either. Okay, let's regroup for now. See you in the courtyard? Why'd you leave that as a question mark? It's not really in your character to just question whether
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Oh no. Oh no.
It'll be quick. Anyway, what's with you? Like how you were late the other day was a lie and all? There's that weird rumor about you too.
What do you want with him?
Right back at you. You're not even in our class.
We just happened to get to know each other.
What are you planning on doing to Mr. Kamoshida?
Huh? I see. I getcha. You're all buddy-buddy with Kamoshida after all.
This has nothing to do with you, Sakamoto.
If you found out what he's been doing behind your back, you'd dump him right away.
Behind my back? What's that supposed to mean?
You wouldn't get it.
Anyway, people are already talking about you two. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but no one's gonna help you. I'm warning you, just in case. That's all.
Why she gotta be so aggressive all the time?
She does seem annoyed.
She's been like that since middle school. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I had no luck on my end. What about you? Did anything like someone's name turn up?
Mishima, yes, Mishima.
Huh? Special coaching, huh? True. I always see the guy covered in bruises. Let's go talk to him before he leaves then. Hey, got a second?
Don't be so aggressive, Ryuji.
And you too.
Yes.
Come on, we just want to chat.
That's not...
Kamoshida's
You sound
been
like you're about to
coaching you,
hustle
huh?
him.
You sure it's not just physical
About to shake him
abuse?
down for money.
Certainly not. What are you talking all polite for? Anyways, we saw him spike you today, right in the face.
That was just because I'm not good at the sport.
Still, that doesn't explain all the other bruises you've got. They're from practice. Is he forcing you to keep quiet?
That's...
What's going on here?
Oh no.
Mishima, isn't it time for practice?
I'm not feeling well today.
The dude's trying to leave.
What? Maybe you're better off quitting then. You're never going to improve that crappy form unless you show up to practice.
Didn't you hear? He ain't feeling well.
Well, Mishima, are you coming to practice or not?
I'll go.
As for you, any more trouble and you'll be gone from this school for sure.
Bastard.
Same goes for you. Didn't the principal tell you to keep in line? Just don't get in the way of my practice. All these unsettling rumors are making the students anxious after all.
That's your own goddamn fault.
This won't get us anywhere. Let's go, Mishima. Shujin Academy is a place where those with aspirations come to learn. Unworthy students like yourselves don't have any right to be here. Get with the program.
Yes, sir.
That asshole. He's gonna pay for this.
There's no point.
Huh?
Proving that he's physically abusing us is meaningless. Everybody knows. The principal, our parents, they all know, and they all keep quiet about it.
This has gotta be a joke.
Don't be a pain. You don't understand what I'm going through. Shouldn't you, of all people, know that nothing's going to help? Damn it.
No, I ain't giving up. I'll try one more time to persuade the other guys. That's all I can do.
So, it's weird, because... I'm worn out from all the stuff that happened today. I should probably head to sleep soon. So, it's weird because I think it's somewhat of a cultural thing. Like, of course, parents want what's best for the family most of the time all over the world unless they're bad parents. But I think in Japan, there is a very heavy emphasis on the future of your child and wanting it to be successful, like even more so than most of the world, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I've said before, I believe I'm very culturally inept. I'm not very good with all that. But just from what I know, there's a heavier emphasis on being successful. And I think that plays into why they don't say anything, because a recommendation from Shujin will get them into better colleges, a better path for the future. And so the parents don't say anything because they want their child to be successful. Even if physically, what they need right now is support, freaking mentally and physically, to get them away from him because of the abuse they're going through. But the school doesn't want to acknowledge it, because then the school would be liable for taking him on and allowing such things to happen. They would be in the wrong, and the school has to try to protect its reputation. It's why they place such a heavy emphasis on Joker, that if he does anything wrong, he's gone, because it will badly reflect the school. They more care about the reputation than the students, which is, of course, awful. It's wrong, after all. But I do understand where the game is coming from, in that the parents aren't saying that, but there is a bit coming up which will completely turn this around, kind of, in my thinking of it. So I'll explain it more when we get to that point. But logically, if things had continued to move forward with the game after this specific incident, I think it would have spiraled. But I'll explain it more when we get to it. So let's push onwards. It's just an awful situation all around, honestly. Hey, this don't make any damn sense. The principal and even the parents know about the abuse. Why ain't anyone speaking up? Because volleyball. Yeah. It's basically because Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah? Even so, they don't give him the right to do whatever he wants. He beats kids up, and all they're allowed to do is endure. And that follower of it doesn't give one single... that. Who are you talking about? Anne Takamaki. You met her in the courtyard, remember? You should know what I mean. She's in your class, dude. What a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm gonna try to find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow. Just you watch. I ain't giving up. It is very good of you, Yuji. It's very comforting, I imagine. Well, I don't know, because I was gonna say maybe comforting to Mishima, but Mishima's been broken, essentially. He just does not believe anything will change. Did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome. I think I might ask for his autograph after school. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PET faculty office. People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming even though no one's there. Well, that's probably just a rumour spread by fans to scare the competition. And we're getting closer to it. And Jesus Christ, we're nearing it more and more. So about witnesses, I was wondering if we could get something added to Takamaki. Since she's with Kamoshida? No, that ain't why. You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team? I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki is BFFs with a starter, a girl named Suzui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Sorry, let me see what else I can come up with. It is a decent idea, and does care a lot about Suzui. So if she hears that Suzui is being put through something
Shouldn't we be
awful,
heading to volleyball?
then she would likely would want to help things
That
change.
bruise above your eye. Is that...
As I explained in the last video, I'm going to be skipping over all of the Suzui stuff until late game, just because I can't. I just can't. This I won't skip over, because this is
What?
so sweet.
Oh, I'm
It
in
makes
the
what
way,
happens
aren't I?
next even
Sorry.
worse.
Huh? Well... You don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
Indeed.
This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay? Well, I've helped with a similar situation before. My best friend is often misunderstood
Yeah.
too, all because of her looks.
And Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that. Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
God, Suzui. I apologize if I get that name
Damn
wrong.
it. What the hell?
Did you find someone?
Is that what it looks like?
I don't know, dude.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
How do you think that's gonna go?
I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do? No way I'm gonna give in like this. Can you think of anything?
Yeah, no. So I was gonna suggest the calling the cops, but then again, they can't do anything about it because the parents know, the kids know, Kamoshida knows, the principal knows, and they'll all just deny it. And no matter how beat up the kids looked, so long as they don't say anything, which they won't, then there's no point.
So you want to tell him about the castle? They'd never believe
What?
us.
No! What?
Have any other ideas?
I know why they say it like that,
Oh,
but
that'd be
Jesus.
fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for.
I reckon
Got
do
any
it.
other ideas?
I reckon
What
do
do
it.
we
Sneak
do?
attack. The best way to do this? The sneak attack wise, anyway. Wait for him after school. Like hide in the bush and stuff. Follow him home. Whenever he gets near an alley or something, you hit him in the back of the head with the heaviest thing you can find. Like if it's like a giant metal pole, you just get behind him and you smack him around the back of the head as hard as you can. If he dies, if he gets knocked unconscious, all fine. If he gets knocked unconscious, you drag him to a river or a bridge and you dump him in the water. Now, will that be suspicious? Maybe. Will it help save a lot of kids? Absolutely, it's worth it.
The king? You mean that other world's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that, but is there any meaning to...
I finally found you!
Oh, Morgana! Oh, Morgana.
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice... Is that you, Morgana?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat! This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
He sounds so like, oh, you have a phone? It's so awesome.
How should I know?
He's like hiding in his fur.
You hearing this too?
Meow.
This is no time to be joking around.
Ryu just
You guys are
losing it.
having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
He can't handle it.
Oh, shut up.
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
Of course
God,
I was.
Condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were
That's
still doubting me?
That's what tipped you off.
Quiet down.
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
That sounds so funny for a
Does
story
that mean
idea,
only us two can understand
to
what
be
you're saying?
honest.
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
Hey! How dare you treat me like...
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds funny, like,
Don't be so rough with me!
imagine a freaking, like, teacher character or something in a show, and the whole gimmick is, like, they're constantly looking for this cat or this dog that keeps sneaking in and barking or woofing. And so he gets so paranoid, they just start envisioning meows and freaking barks coming from, like, different directions and, like, when they shouldn't be. Like, he's walking home and just hears a meow behind him. He gets so paranoid. That sounds so funny. As like a gag. Like a gag character in the
Enough of
background.
that.
Sounds amazing.
You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
What'd happen?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more,
His desires would go.
precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
For real? He's gonna turn good? But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing
yeah,
a
more
palace
than enough.
essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain. Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
Yeah, they're basically just overcome
For
with
real?
guilt.
That's possible?
And
He's
since the palace
essentially
will no longer
perfect.
exist, he'll forget what we did there as well. Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
So I do want to mention something. So, in other forms of media, when something bad happens, it could be like a situation. If you've seen The Boys, season 1, the reason that the main character is so mad is both because his girlfriend died and because that A-Train, the person who did it, won't acknowledge it. Well, he acknowledges it, but in like a press conference, he won't say he's sorry and feel it personally. So this kind of gets around that in that any victims are seeing that he's apologized, he's not running away from it, he's not denying it. Granted, it doesn't erase what he did, it doesn't erase the trauma that it's probably going to give them for the rest of their lives. But he is acknowledging it and showing remorse for his actions, which is something that other other like series touch on, where it's like, if you just kill someone, is that really revenge? Will that really help anyone? It won't help the victims, because they won't get they could get some kind of relief from it, because like they could feel a bit safer, but they never get the, I guess, they never get what happened to them put out there. They never get to be apologized to, which this kind of gets around that. He's apologizing because he will get rid of all of his desire to hurt, to all of his sexual desire, all of his physical desire to show his strength and abuse people. It will all disappear, leaving him with no desires at all, except to just be there and live. It will essentially make it so he just wants to live. But because of his gotten rid of desires to like do awful things, he's no longer like protected, if you will, by the desired. His guilt just has to take all of it on. He doesn't have to feel guilty now because he believes it's part of his person. It's something he wants to do, something he can do, and something he does do daily. So he doesn't feel guilty about it. But once those desires are gone, the weight of the crimes just will demolish him. His newfound personality, if you will.
True. Except for the cat part.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the treasure held within.
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all. If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you.
What's that?
If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. But desires are what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care. So,
They might die?
will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Yeah, so essentially it's a reset to the base survival instincts, I believe. So distorted desires is not just out of something bad. It's any desire that grows too much, that becomes something twisted and watered. Think of something like a glutton who just eats and eats and eats and just never feels satisfied, never feels full. That would be a distorted desire because that person, I say he, but it could be a she, is actively harming their body, their lifestyle, their way of life, just to satisfy this never-ending hunger. That could be considered a distorted desire. It doesn't have to be something bad like lust. Or pride, I guess.
Death be our
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Hey, what do you think?
Kill him! Kill them all! Kill him!
For real?
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
So we would be
We're getting all worked up for nothing.
a lot better than Kamoshida, but I do understand Ryuji's point. Just because Kamoshida has sullied himself with something awful does not mean Ryuji wants to do the same. He's a moral person. He doesn't want to kill anybody, even if that person does deserve it. I would be in full support of going up to Kamoshida with a gun in the real world and just shooting. Keep shooting until the body no longer has skin, just muscle and blood and bone. Just keep shooting until that happens. All the skin is just blown off. I would be in full support of that, but Ryuji does not want killing someone to be on his conscience. He's too good for that.
I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yo, some of the guys in my class have been talking about that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. If they're true, it's no wonder I couldn't get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right. What do you mean? It's just impossible. I know Takamaki and Suzui since I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know. So I gotta wonder where those rumors came from. I guess we'll see it tomorrow. See, I would presume, I wonder what the other students are saying. I should listen in as go home. I would presume that Kamoshida spread the rumors himself to keep other guys away from them. Essentially, so he can do whatever he wants. Takamaki has always looked kind of unhappy whenever Mr. Kamoshida talks to her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to him at school to show off how she's got him wrapped around her finger. Gross. Oh, so that's what's going on. I wonder how far they've gone together. You just... knowing all the context, like what, by the time you get to the point in the story, you can get a fair, decent idea of what's going on. And it's just all the comments make it awful, because it goes to show this has been going on for quite a while. I saw that new transfer student hanging out with Sakamoto-kun. The two of them are so scary. It doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he's one of those. What? Maybe he doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he is one of those. You know, oh, the people in this accident. I really should have continued. Maybe he suddenly freaks out and attacks people. I don't think so. He's just been coming to school. Actually, he almost seems normal. And from what I hear, after you have a psychotic breakdown, you go brain dead and die right there. Plus, there's the fact that it only seems to be happening in Tokyo, and I was living in like a town before this. That's where I did the, assault. Sakamoto has been asking questions about the volleyball team. Just who does he think he is? The volleyball team is never going to tell him anything. They're all completely loyal to Kamoshida. Well, if Kamoshida likes them, their future is pretty much set. Of course, they back him up. Speaking of which, I hear Kamoshida's new favourite girl is someone named Suzui. Oh, the girl who was chosen to be a regular? Her face was all swollen, looked pretty bad. Oh god, I need to end the episode. It reminds me of Overlord a bit. In one of the, I think it's like in season 3, this like freaking old, fat, awful, freaking ugly dude is getting off on punching this girl he paid to have a night with. He's like punching her and beating her up whilst he's, with her. And it makes me sick. It's one of the reasons I can't go back to Overlord. I know it's like one scene and they get revenge on him immediately afterwards. Still, too much for me. Like, then again, I push through stuff like that with this game, so I know I can push past it. I don't even want to give it, attention. I don't even want to try. So which team is that first year on? Don't tell me it's volleyball. No clue, but she'd be in trouble if it was. Everyone on the team's always hurt, and some even have bruises on their faces. Talking about the ponytail girl, right? Yeah. Oh, yay. Okay. Oh god, I knew her name. I remembered her name, but I can't remember it. It's the redhead. Oh god, what's her name? Takamashi should speak up about that. She probably only cares about herself. She's so damn pretty as Kamoshida's girl, Oh god, what is her name? Starts with a K. I completely forgot again. I'm so traumatized from the video of the accident, I've been afraid of riding the train ever since. Valid fear! Loads of people again caught in accidents. It's pretty valid. There's been similar accidents before, right? What happens if you get a psychotic breakdown? Well, out of nowhere you go crazy and violent and then you suddenly pass out. In the very end you die in a lot of pain, that's what I hear. You die or you're as good as dead. Yeah. Either way, I'm going to leave things there for now. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. I'll see you all later, and goodbye.